Welcome to the Espresso with Omar podcast. I'm your host, Omar, and today is my first day doing this podcast, and I'm excited because I get to give you an espresso shot of motivation for your day. Today, I am starting something new, and the topic for today is stop waiting to feel good about something to get started. If you're waiting to feel good about XYZ, about whatever it is you want to get started in your life, you're going to miss out on the actual opportunity to feel good about the thing you're trying to get started. Let me break this down a little bit more. I work as a personal trainer. I help some of my clients go from 350 pounds, 400 pounds, and lose weight. And the question that always comes up is when is a good time to get started? Or I went to the gym one time and it didn't feel great. I felt horrible. I didn't feel comfortable. So, does that mean that I was doing something wrong? And the question that I like to pose to people is did you expect for it to feel good the first time you did it? Did you expect results after the first time you tried the thing you've always wanted to try that you know you need to do, you know you should be doing? Did you expect to feel wonderful after one bout of what you were trying to accomplish? If the answer to that question is yes, then you are mistaken. The thing about starting anything new, including myself today with this podcast, by the way, which is why I think it's a great podcast episode to get started, is the positive feelings or the feeling good, the endorphins or the hope that comes with anything challenging. It only happens once you've embarked the journey, the challenging journey, the struggle of starting something new. The endorphins, the feel good feelings are not going to come from having an amazing result. It's going to come from getting started, from actually knowing that you got to check off day one off of this journey that you're trying to embark on. So the feel good, the endorphin feelings that you're hoping to get from the thing you're starting, let's say it's working out, let's say it's getting in the gym, let's say it's going for a new job, let's say it's starting a podcast, you're not going to feel great about the results because they're not there. They're not there yet. It's day one, but you can feel good about getting day one started. So the feel good endorphins happen not from results, but from getting started. The second thing I want to talk about here is the closer we get to taking actions towards the thing we want to do, the more nervous we're going to feel, the more doubt we're going to have, the more fears are going to come up. So you're not going to feel good. You're not going to feel good about any of it. Any of it. You're going to plan for it and you'll think about, well, what about this? What if people look at me funny? What if people talk about me? What if I fall down? What if I don't know what I'm doing? All those things may be true. You may not know what you're doing. You may not know how to get started. There may be some people that eyeball you a little bit sideways, but so what? You're getting started on your journey and you should feel good about that. Let me tell you guys a story. And I love this because this happens with most of most of my clients, all of my clients really at some point we have a workout, we go through that workout and they're feeling amazing. Maybe they got a great night of sleep. Maybe they had a good dinner the night before. Maybe they got a good breakfast that morning of. But they show up to the gym and they're feeling wonderful. The weight is feeling light. They're not feeling out of breath. They're feeling in what we call flow. Everything is feeling just right. They're moving the weight. They're moving their body. They're starting to feel that runner's high. They're like, I can do this forever. Oh my God, this is incredible. I'm having a wonderful high from this workout. And I always like to end those workouts by reminding them that the only reason that they're feeling so good about that specific workout is because they were able to push through the ones that felt like crap, the ones that felt horrible, the ones that they woke up and they didn't want to get out of bed, the ones where they didn't get a great night of sleep, the ones where they showed up to the gym and everything felt heavy, It's because they push through those difficult exercises and workouts that they get to feel wonderful and reap the fruits on that positively feeling day at the gym. They got stronger while pushing on the days that they felt weak. They built resilience by getting out of bed even though they didn't feel like it. They built confidence by getting into the gym even though they may not have known what they were doing. But now they do. So they were only able to get to the feel good results of their journey by pushing through the ones that they hated the most. Now that's the key that I want them to leave the gym. It's like you're gonna go back to those days where you don't want to get up. Those days are coming. But remember this one. Remember the feel good. This fruit that you're eating here right now. It's because you pushed. It's because you got out of bed. It's because you built resilience that you're able to experience this feel good here now. Enjoy it. If you don't push through the things that don't feel good, you're not going to get stronger. If you don't get out of bed on the days you don't feel like getting out, you're not going to build momentum. If you don't get into the gym, maybe it's something else for you, going for a new job, maybe it's embarking a new career. If you don't get started, you're never going to build the knowledge to know what you're doing. The feel good feeling from results don't happen because you get started. You feel good because you get started. I want to finish this podcast by bringing it to me, right? I'm telling you something, but I want you to see how this also applies to me on this day today. I've been putting off starting this podcast for about 5 years. I remember being about 24, 25 years old, talking to a supervisor at a job that I had way back then, telling her I'm going to start a podcast. And her telling me, that's wonderful. Let me know when you start it. Hey, I'm getting started. Because I was living in the land of excuses. There was always a reason why this wasn't happening. There was always a reason why I couldn't do this. There's always a reason why you don't want to get out of bed. There's always a reason why you shouldn't or you can't or it's not going to work. And that's the land that I was living. I was living in the land of excuses and I knew it. And I knew it. Well, today I'm breaking out of those excuses. I don't feel good about the results. I feel good about getting started. I was getting a high from telling people that I was going to start a podcast and having that awesome interaction that people give you when you're telling somebody that you're going to start something new. They're like, oh my God, that's so wonderful. Oh, you're going to do great. It's going to be amazing. I'll check it out. Oh, it's going to be awesome. You're going to be successful. I was getting and living off of that high. I was living off the high of dreaming about doing something than actually doing it, about telling people that I was going to do something without actually doing it. Well, no more. We want to get high from the results that we will get once we push through the challenging beginning phases of any new endeavor. So maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, maybe not next week, maybe not next month, maybe not next year. To my UFC fans, you'll know where that comes from. But I will get the high from the results of this, but not today. Strength training, working out, eating healthy, starting a new job, starting a new career, starting a podcast is not easy. It won't come easy. There's a lot to learn. There's a lot to figure out. There's a lot of moments you're going to fall. There's a lot of moments you're going to feel like you're failing. However, those days of feeling good are coming. So keep going. Thank you for tuning in to Espresso with Omar podcast. I am your host, Omar, and I hope you got an espresso shot of motivation to get your day started. Remember, don't wait to feel good about what you want to get started. Feel good about getting started. Thank you.